Well, good afternoon, guys. I didn't know y'all was out here waiting on me. Yes, sir. It's time to dig some taters. It's tater time. What time is it? Tater time. Guys, it's been a busy day. It's been a busy week. The lawnmower's keeping me bowed up. But the taters need to be dug, and it's finally dry enough they done dying off. So we finna try to dig. I got 4 rows. 3 rows need dug. The purple Majesties, they's all dying down. The red Lesotos and the Yukon Golds. Now the Kennebecs might can wait a few more days. They still good and green. Let's go over here and take a look at them. By the way, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel, my friend. We might well take a look at the watermelons and cantaloupes as we're going down here. I need to go get the sun in my back. Y'all who watch me, y'all know I'm my own cameraman. I ain't got no help. Every now and then I want to fire the fella that's helping me, which would be myself. But the first rows there is purple Majesties. Then the second row's red Lesotos. And y'all see about the greenest thing out there is weeds. The third row is Yukon Golds. And the Kennebecs is still kind of green and pretty, which they was a little later getting planted. So we finna start digging our taters, and I'm gonna do it with the tractor. Get Colton's pumpkin vine over here out of the way. I'm gonna back up here and we're gonna dig these purple taters first. I wish Colton and the grandkids was here to help me dig them. They excited about maybe getting some purple French fries and some purple mashed taters. And guys, that's the only reason I planted them. I just thought it'd be something fun for the grandkids. Now these potatoes here was planted about somewhere around February, middle of February. 14th, something like that. I can look back on my cheat sheet and tell you exactly. So they're going on around 90, 95 days. But you can look, they're all dead, dying over. I don't know how many potatoes we're going to get, if we're going to get a good harvest or not. But I'm finna back up here, set my little middle buster down, roll this first row up, and then we're going to get our little lawnmower with our trailer and see how many of these purple Majesties we got. I wish some of y'all was here to help me dig them. I wish my grandkids here was helping me dig them. I don't feel like digging them this afternoon, but I ain't got enough days in the week no more. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Lawn service and gardening just don't go together. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop right here and talk about something. All my life, my mom and them done gardening. When I got married for the first time, I said as long as I'm working and I got a full-time job, I wasn't gonna have no garden. And I didn't. And then I got married the second time. Well, of course, I had a job where I spent 20 years. So there was years there off and on. I had me a little garden, but my whole little garden was about the size of these 4 rows of potatoes is on. But it just wasn't worth it, because like I've said 100 times before, right here where I live, I can buy homegrown, locally raised stuff cheaper than I can do it. There goes that old racket making airplane. So I quit doing it. Well, now that I'm back home, I wanted to do it because I love doing it. But you just take days like today and this week, as busy as I am, the taters need dug, and I done been mowing since 7:30 this morning, and right now it's about 5:30. I don't feel like doing this, but it's got to be done. So there's times the gardening, even though it's fun to do, come harvest time, it don't wait on you. You got to do it when it's time. And it's time. Now, is this the best way to dig taters? Probably not, because it's going to skin some of them up. But when you're tired and wore out, I ain't getting out here digging them and pulling them up with no shovel. So here we go, guys. We're going to put that just deep enough to roll the dirt out. And now I'm gonna go get my little lawnmower and trailer. I see a few purple taters laying here, but I don't see no overabundance of them. But now I just have to go down through here and filtering through this loose soil. Now this way don't skin them up bad, because I dropped that metal buster deep enough that actually it makes it harder the deep as I put it, but yet it keeps them from skinning your potatoes up, putting it deep like that. But as pretty as them potatoes are, I ain't seeing that many potatoes up here. Let me go get my lawnmower, my little crates, and then we'll come back and we'll go through this first row and see how many we got. Alright guys, I got me 4 crates here. I don't think I'm gonna need 4 crates out of 3 rows. I ain't seeing that many potatoes. Ain't looking like the best crop this year. Just looking right here, I don't know if I'm gonna even get 1 crate out of the purple taters, but we'll see what we get. But while I'm going through these potatoes, I get them and then I will look at what we got at the end. They ain't nothing too big, but they'll make some pretty little purple fries and purple mashed taters for them grandchildren. But speaking of them grandchildrens, I'll tell y'all a little story. Now y'all look at that. That's the tater I planted right there. Still on the vine there, and it ain't even rotted away. But the vine there was about done growing. But anyway, back to my story. The kids is out of school right now. They just got out yesterday. And they was at the babysitter, had a babysitter keeping them today. And she brought them to the house so they could swim. Now let me remind you, yesterday Sugar kept them. That's my wife. If some of you new ones don't know who Sugar is, that's what the grandkids call her. Well, she went and bought them all these little toys and stuff. For one graduated kindergarten and one graduated whatever it is, pre-K before kindergarten. That was Colton. Then Addie, she's 9. So she carried them yesterday and got them all these pool toys. And when I come home after mowing all day yesterday, these pool toys was in the pool. And I done been fussing about, y'all know how I am about don't leave nothing in the pool. Well, I got up this morning at 6:30 before I could put the little robot vacuum in there. I had to fish out all the little pool toys. So today, the babysitter brought the grandkids up here to swim. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. But Papaw had to get a little mad at the grandkids and the babysitter. One, they didn't get the vacuum out of the pool while they swam today. And then when they left all their toys in the pool. So I called their mama. And I told her that first thing I done was ask who their babysitter was, because that's who's responsible to be making them do it. So I told him she's going to have a talk with the babysitter. Well, I told her I didn't want them getting on to the grandkids, but I wanted her to tell them they had to call me. That I was really mad. Well, then I got off the phone with her, guys, and I walked out to my chicken pen and garden area and discovered they had done checked the eggs and left the door open on the nest box. So I called my daughter back and I said, look, this is what they did. And I reminded her I didn't want them to get on to them. I said, I just want y'all to pump them up that Papaw is really, really, really mad. He's thinking about draining the pool and all that stuff. Well, it wasn't just a little while ago, a phone rang. It was Colton's iPad. He called Papaw on his iPad. Papaw, what you doing? I said, well, I just got home and trying to get all the animals took care of and check the garden and water what needs to be watered. And I said, what you doing? We've been swimming today. I said, I know you've been swimming today. I said, where's them other two rugrats? I said, you go get Wes and you get Addie, or he was FaceTiming me. I said, we got to have a talk. Well, kids is smart, guys. Wes is, I don't know if he's turned 6 yet or not, to tell you the truth. Soon as they got there on FaceTime, Wes went to telling me, Papaw, today we checked your eggs and gathered the eggs so you wouldn't have to when you got home. Well, guys, how do you get mad at a 6-year-old when they knew what they was doing? He was trying to help Papaw. But I tried to stand tough as long as I could. I said, I know you did, baby. And I appreciate it. I said, but I'm still mad. Guys, I want to show y'all this purple Majesty potato. That in there had a little rotten spot I cut off. Look how purple that potato is. Now, I ain't never eat these before, but we're going to see if we can make us some purple fries and some... That was right on the end for some reason. Some purple mashed potatoes. Now, I ain't got no big potatoes here so far. But anyway, he said, Papaw, we gathered the eggs so you wouldn't have to do that when you got home. But I was trying to be strong. I said, I know it. I said, but I am mad at y'all. All three of them were sitting there looking at me on the screen. I said, who brought y'all? Talking about the babysitter. But they told me who it was, which I already knew who it was. They said, I said, okay. I said, Papaw's mad. I said, yesterday y'all left them toys in that pool And this morning when I got up to go to work, before I could put the robot vacuum cleaner in there, I had to fish them out. And some of them I had to lay down on my belly on that deck to reach them. I said, so I'm mad. I said, I am so mad, I'm thinking about just draining this pool and not having a pool this summer. Well, guys, of course, Colton, he had turned 5 in September. He started crying. I'm sorry, Papaw. But Papaw was still being firm. I said, besides that, I appreciate y'all checking the eggs and gathering the eggs so I didn't have to. The chicken eggs and the duck eggs. I said, but you left the nesting box open. But then they went to blaming each other. I said, no, I don't care which one done it. All 3 of y'all are responsible for reminding the other one, if they get the rabbits out, to put them back, shut the cage, check the chicken's eggs, put them back in there, shut the nesting box door so the chickens can't get out. I said, but lucky for y'all, the chickens didn't get out. I said, but I'm so mad. I'm so mad I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about draining this pool. Well, guys, they done talked me into, and yeah, the grandkids, going to the beach for a week. And that's the last thing I need to be doing this time of the year with the garden. I'm going to have to get someone to pay them to check on my garden and my animals, especially that hydroponic buckets. They got to be filled up every day or topped off every day. They can't go 2 days now. And then the yard mowing. So I told them, I said, I don't know. I said, I'm so mad at y'all right now. I'm thinking about draining this pool. And I'm so mad I don't even think I'm going to go to the beach with y'all in a couple weeks. Well, they all 3 at that point wasn't saying nothing. So how I ended it, guys, I told them, I said, look, I said, I'm so mad right now, I just need a few minutes. And this is just a few minutes ago. I said, I'm finna get off here because I got some stuff I got to take care of. I got work I got to do before dark. And I didn't tell them I was digging taters because Colton ain't never missed being here when I dug taters. I said, but after a while, I want y'all to call me back. And we'll see. Maybe I won't be so mad at y'all. Maybe I'll be done got over it. I said, but right now I'm thinking about just draining all the water out of this pool and not even having a swimming pool this summer. Or let me remind you, one's 4, getting close to 5, one's 5, getting close to 6, and the other's 9, getting close to 10. So Papaw's trying to be as strong as he can to kind of make them think. But man, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was hard. When old West said, well, Papaw, we gathered the eggs so you wouldn't have to when you got home. What do you say to that kind of stuff, guys? But you got to teach them a lesson. And Papaw's way of teaching them a lesson now is making them think. That's why I told their mom and their dad, I said, I don't want y'all to get on to them. I just want them to make them think I'm really, really mad at them. And I wasn't really, really mad at them because they kids. But I remember how I was when I was a kid. And to think my papa was mad at me was worse than getting a butt whooping. So we letting them think about it for a little while. Before bedtime, we'll have another talk. And I'll tell them I'll try leaving the water in there. But next time, if I come home and I gotta clean these toys out of this pool, because they old enough to know if they put the toys in there, they can get them out. That's how I think about it. So y'all tell me how you would handle that situation. And am I handling it wrong? Well, the phone's ringing. This may be them right here. Well, guys, that phone call wasn't the grandkids. I had to answer it though. But I kept digging potatoes while I was talking. My mom got put back in the hospital today, so I needed to take that phone call to see what was going on. But we got exactly one milk crate of these purple Majesty potatoes, and I still finding some that I overlooked. Now I ain't got no big potatoes here. I'm gonna pull up one that I think would be about the average. Here's about the biggest potato I got. The average is about that size. Then I got a lot of small ones. So if you've ever grown these purple Majesties, leave down there in the comments and let me know how well yours did. Is that about the size they grow, or should they get a lot bigger, or also what they taste like? I ain't ever eaten one. But now I'm gonna set these in my little lawnmower trailer, and then I'm gonna back up here. We're gonna turn over that row of them red Lesotos. I ain't expecting. Well, I think I get a crate out of them. These potatoes, when they started, the vines were so beautiful. But all that rain, we was getting them rain 3 times a week, and I'm talking about floods, not just a rain. And all that humidity, the disease set in on these quick. I can't believe them Kennebecks still look as good as they do. What's over there still a growing. But I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna roll out these red Lesotos and see what we get off of them. I think I'm seeing more taters here, but I am having to correct myself. This was the Yukon Golds. That must be the red Lesotos. So all my gardening videos, probably since the first one, I've been getting the rows wrong. That's not a red Lesotho potato, but they are bigger, prettier taters. And I'm seeing more taters shining. So we may at least get a crate and a half. So what I'm finna do, I ain't gonna bore y'all with this. I'm gonna go on and pick these taters up. And then when I get done, I'll show y'all what we got off of this row. So then I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna get that third row real quick. I'm running out of daylight and got still other stuff to do. Well, guys, I was wrong. I don't think I got quite as full a basket out of them as I did the purple Majesties. Now I know when I run my plow back through here, I'm gonna find a few potatoes of each. I keep dumping them out. But this crate don't look as full as the ones off the purple Majesties. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Papaw's place started out as poor boy's little homestead. And then I changed it to Papaw's place because of coasting. And my videos is a little bit about everything. Now even though I love gardening, these are good eating potatoes. Not near about the size they should be. Actually, when I was raising them over in that tractor tire, I was getting bigger potatoes, but no more potatoes. But I try to be honest with y'all. Again, right here where I'm living, planting these potatoes. Now, I didn't have to water them for sure this year. That's one thing for sure. But no more potatoes than I got off this 2 rows. After working all day, these potatoes ain't worth this, guys. When you can go buy, what is that? Even high as prices are right now at the grocery store, that might be $20. Yeah, that's why a lot of the YouTubers really don't like me and my opinions, because I'm trying to tell people the honest truth. And they trying to ride the wave of scaring people that we're finna have a food shortage. Now, I don't know if we're gonna have a food shortage or not. That ain't why I'm gardening. I'm gardening because I just like to do it. I think everybody should know how to grow stuff. And I know a lot of you live in places where you can't go purchase homegrown vegetables. And I keep pushing that and pointing that out because there's so many what I call scare tactic YouTube channels out there scaring people, and they just getting rich off of getting views. Scaring people and not telling the honest truth of what you get for your time. Now, yes, next year I may plant these 2 rows of potatoes and get 3 times as much. 3 times, I mean, big old potatoes. But if you ain't never gardened before, gardening is just like life. It's not going to be perfect, and you're not going to get what you want every time. I can promise you. So now I'm going to put this crate in there, and I'm going to plow up that other road right there, which I'm assuming now is red Lesotos. And with it being 91 degrees, well, now it's about 89 degrees, 88. Yeah, them 2 crates of potatoes sure ain't worth that work. Alright guys, it's official. These are the red Lesotos on this row. That was the Yukon Golds, that's the Kennebecks. But I tell you what I am seeing, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be that many more potatoes on this row, but I am seeing the average of being bigger potatoes. Now the red Lesotos is known for right here in Louisiana as one of the best potatoes to grow. And that may be why. It's very obvious these are much bigger. So let's see if we got any more off of it. Or is it just because they red, they looking like it's more. Kind of like the Yukon Gold did me. Sure do wish them grandchildren were here. If they was, they'd dig a few potatoes, then they say, Papaw, I want to go swim. Papaw say, okay, go ahead, I'll be there in a little bit. Alright guys, I don't know about y'all, but my back's hurting. But the red Lesotos come out to about a crate and 3/4 of a crate. So they by far were the winners this year on my little potato planting. But if you ever grown, I'm breathing hard, purple Majesties, Yukon Golds, red Lesotos. Like I said, I'm gonna give them Kennebecs. Y'all see they still green and growing good. Give them a little time. Y'all tell me what your favorite potato is, but I will tell you right here where I live, the red Lesotos has always done the best for me. Not just that, the red Lesotho was stored longer than, I don't know about the purple one, I ain't ever grew it, but the Yukon Golds or Kennebecs. Kennebecs is usually a little bigger potato, better for a baking potato, but they won't store as long. Me, I'm kind of disappointed. I was at the minimum wanting to get 2 crates off of each row. That's what I was shooting for, but at the same time, Mother Nature threw us a big curveball this year and ain't nothing you can do about it. That's just life and that's just gardening. But as always, guys, please leave me some comments. Tell me what you think. And I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all on the next one. So that's what we ended up with off of 4 40-foot rows. They'll be good eating taters. Ain't baking taters, but they'll be good eating taters. Now I'm finna get on my tractor real quick and I'm gonna run that middle buster back over it. Kind of roll the dirt around a little bit, just see if I can pick up 2 or 3 more of each one out there.